Hello, French frogs and happy people. I'm back. I know. My husband ran out to the store, so I thought I'd use this time to just to talk for a little bit. I got my microphone working the way I wanted it to. I hope it comes through nicely. I hope it's not too loud. I can turn it down, I guess. If it is. Hello, I'm Cassie. Welcome to Cassie's Corner. I'm just rambling on. I'm sorry. I just wanted to come in here and say that I've been looking through YouTube today. I explored a couple of things, and there are a lot of YouTubers out there, and I have subscribed to a couple that are also doing the Stoicism. If you believe in that theory, it is only a theory, but they're probably much better at it, at explaining it, what it does. It just helps you have a peaceful mind. It helps you to like if there's an argument or there's a disagreement or if there's something that you just don't agree with, it helps you in your mind to understand that you don't need, not everything needs an answer, not everything needs a fight, not everything needs like a blow up. You know how to take a irrational situation and make it rational, and just, you can walk away peacefully with your dignity intact. And I think that's what Stoicism is. It was used by the Romans, by the ancient Romans and the ancient Greeks. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, I always say his name wrong, I'm so sorry, and Seneca. And it's like they used it in their battles instead of getting mad and trying to find that, what was it? Revenge. Revenge is the word I'm looking for. See, that's what happens when I get anxious. I lose the words and I just cannot talk right. I'm sorry. But instead of looking for like a hateful type of revenge, they use the smartest way in their brain that they have taught themselves to retort, or probably not even retort at all. Probably not even reply at all. It's just an easier, calmer way. It's a calm way to have peace in your life. And I think it is more to do with a Jesus type of power also, because the things that Jesus was tempted with, or the kind of people that he was associated with, the kind of things that was in his life that he dealt with, because he did walk with like robbers and traitors and prostitutes and things of that nature. The things that were said to him to make him, that you would think, oh my gosh, I'm just going to slap the mess out of your head. He was more like the gentle. So I do feel like it is one in one. It is this kind of the same. It is how Jesus would have been if he walked in his time. Whatever is said to make you mad should not always make you mad. It should not always have a reaction, and it should not always be a battle. Everything that somebody says, even though it has upset you and it's triggered whatever, it should not be a battle in your head. It should not be a physical battle to get your point across to other people. And that is where I am. That is why I am using this book to help show some of you how to deal with your depression or your anxieties, your negative feelings, your self-hatred, anything of that nature. I really want everybody to be on the same level with themselves that God would have want you to be. You're God's children. You deserve every piece of thing you desire. I mean, it may not be gold. Remember, money is like the root of all evil, so to speak. I think how our emotions are, how we are when we have money, I think that is more the root of all evil than it is like when politicians, they get the money and the power and they want more and more and more. The taxes come about, the tariffs come about, the laws are being pushed all around just to confuse us, and not a lot of people see that. That's just my opinion. I'm not down on anybody. I really am not. I'm definitely not speaking of anybody governing any country whatsoever, because I sometimes don't even know how to govern myself. So I couldn't govern a country. I'm not putting anybody down. That is not what we do here. We accept everybody as they are. So, I am Cassie. Welcome to my corner. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me a comment, as all those things helps YouTube to see that I fit their algorithm. They will recommend my videos more. I may become a little bit more popular. We're going to go back into middle school. May become a little bit more popular of YouTube content creator. And that's all great and good, but I really just want to help people. I really want them to see that there is a better way of living than just to be mad and angry and dramatizing everything that is said to you. There is so much a better way than, and I think Stoicism hits it close to what Jesus would have been like. This is how I feel. I'm not taking anything that Stoicism says and twisting it into a biblical situation, but I can pair what is said, and other people that have commented to me have said that this is a biblical filling your cup. You can't fill your cup if it's, or you can't fill somebody else's cup from the empty cup. Somebody said that is a biblical thing. That is something in the Bible. So, I mean, I think I'm as close as it gets to practicing how Jesus would have behaved in the world today. So, there is that. I did want to come on and I don't want to preach. I am not a preacher. I am not a professional anything. I am not a psychiatrist. I have studied in the medical program. However, it was like medical, not anatomy and physiology and, things like that. I'm not going to do any philosophy, psychology here, because I did study psychology, but I'm not a major in that. All I can do is just offer advice and to give you a better, beautiful, sound way to have peace in your life. But there are some biblical passages that I did want to read, only because one of my watchers seems to have a thing about a negative self-esteem, a negative self-worth, and that is just not how God created us. God created us for confidence, and He created us to be who we are. Now, that does not mean to take the conversation and assert it all to yourself. Don't do that. And I've done that anything anybody said, I directed it toward myself, and I used it as a personal slight, and it probably wasn't even meant that way. Been there. I've been depressed. I was depressed for about 10, 15 years. And I know I keep repeating myself to the people that do watch me, but I want to make sure that everybody that is new here, maybe, or somebody new that is coming up and watching me, that they do understand that what I am and what I'm about. And in a little while, I guess, over time, maybe some of the things won't keep getting repeated, but I want to make everybody aware that I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm a professional housewife. Basically, I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm a daughter. I'm a niece. I'm a sister. Am I? No, I'm a sister. I am. I know that I'm loved by God first, and then everybody else is just a bonus, a big bonus. I am a best friend to people. I just want to be that positive thing that you can look forward to, because it is imperative that we take back the joy. That we take back that joy that we need to live with life. In a few minutes, it's going to announce the time, and I'm so sorry. I know it is. If you hear it, I'm sorry. Anyway, this one verse stuck out. It has been sticking out. It's been rolling over in my mind, and I didn't know where to find it from, but I've been repeating it all day. And it is one thing I do want this one person to understand, is that it says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made by God. And that is Psalm 139:14. Take that and read it over and over and over. And there's nothing wrong with you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made by God. God had everything to do with your making, even though you think, okay, well, humans had to be together and make me, but you were thought of way before you were even born. Trust me. Trust me. Okay? And I'm going some more, just real quick. Like, I know I have some somewhere. I had it marked. I guess I should have marked the page. It says here from Galatians, your worth is in Christ, not your job or your education. Your worth is in Christ. I'll say that again. Your worth is in Christ. And that is from Galatians 3:27. There's one. There's two. There's always. Yours. I know. Forgive me. I am so disorganized right now, and I'm not trying to be. I really am not. Leave it to me. Leave it to me to be thumbing through things. I know there's a big one, and I don't want to say what list I put it in because it would. Our bodies are not ours; they belong to God. That is 1 Corinthians 6, chapter 6, verses 19 and 20. And I'm usually using that one to talk about tattoos, marking it up. I know I have my ears pierced and I shouldn't say anything. But I think our bodies belong to God. So this is God's creation. It is from Him. It is handed to us from God Himself. So how can you doubt that? How can you see that as a bad thing? How can you see it as, how can you doubt? The words are not coming out. How can that be wrong? That one also helps me a lot. When forgiveness is requested, it is given freely. That is Psalm 32, chapter 32, verses 3 and 5. God can take a broken spirit and produce joy. That is Psalm 51. Chapter 51, 12 and 17. And as the Israelites in captivity were not to dwell on the past mistakes, once it is forgiven. That is Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 and 19. And God is the only one who can save us from our sorrows. That does not have a verse, but I know it came from something like that. So and 10 times, if God be for us, then who could be against us? This is from The Power of Positive Thinking. This is Norman Vincent Peale. And this was one of the things that I wrote. He says to say it 10 times, slowly and confidently. And this is from Romans 8:31. If God can be for us, who could be against us? So just to make that clear, I mean, God has His little thumbprints all over us, each one of us individually. And we cannot doubt His creation. We are His creation. We were created by Him. And I feel like that is enough. That is, God loved us so much that He created each strand of our hair. And in my head, that is a lot of hair. Every time I grab it up in a ponytail, and I'm like, He knows every strand of my hair. I'm like, that is so much hair. Big old Italian hair, I promise you. So that is that. That is also what I wanted to say. To someone who's having a hard time with self-worth. We are worthy. We are so loved. We are every strand of your hair is counted. He knew us and had plans for us before we were even conceived. And he is also the same guy who made the stars and made the galaxy and made, the trees and the ocean and everything. You look out and you're like, this majestic mountain, things of nature that just blow your mind. We are also part of that. How can we doubt that? How can we take that and doubt it, make it to be something negative? And that I think that got me through a lot of the self-hate, because I was like, I really did not want to be here anymore. What am I good for? All I do is ruin things. People talk bad about me all the time. People are always staring. I never even thought that people may be staring because they like what they see, or maybe I just behaved in a way. I never took that situation where people were staring at me and conjugating it into something different. I never try to make it a positive thing. I'm just like, people are staring at me. Maybe they're trying to figure out what I am. Oh my goodness. I cannot win with myself. I'm going to get myself in trouble one time. But I do want you to know there are other Stoics that are on YouTube that talk about Stoicism. And again, they are probably very much more educated in that theory than I am. I'm just reading from a book, and I'm giving my stories and how it helped me to become more joyful and more to find life more meaningful, to find myself more meaningful, and to not let any negative thing strip away my joy for any reason whatsoever. So that I wanted to give to you this evening before y'all lay down. It's something for you to pray about, something for you to focus on, so that you're not so negative in your brain anymore. You are worthy. You are so worthy of everything.
6 o'clock.
I told you it was going to announce in a minute. Of everything you desire. And that is a happy life. That is getting up every morning and being joyful and being able to say, hey, this is going to be a beautiful day. Sometimes I just don't want to wake up, and I don't know if I'm just dreaming or if I've said that often, but I also have dogs that wake me up in the middle of the night for no reason, or they want a snack, or they want to go outside. They really can't open the door and go outside themselves. I had a cat one time, just funny story. It wasn't my cat, it was my daughter's cat, my oldest daughter's cat. His name was Cameo. He's like one of those orange tabby cats. But he'd open the bathroom door, and he'd go sit on the toilet and use the bathroom. I thought it was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen a cat use the toilet. But yeah, he would. He wouldn't know how to flush it. I mean, he didn't know how to flush it, but he knew that was the toilet. I thought that was funny. That was so funny. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and take all those negative things and just hand them over to the Creator of all things beautiful and wonderful and joyous, and just let Him sort it out. Because I'm not saying that's what He's there for, but that's kind of what He's there for. He doesn't want anything but good things for you. He wants the best for you. We are His creation. We are His masterpieces. I believe that is said in the Bible a couple of times, that we are His masterpieces. And I think we should be grateful to Him enough and work in that way, work our lives in that way. So there I am with that. I am going to go watch some TV, and then I'm going to go maybe take a shower and go to bed. Or maybe I'll go to bed and take a shower. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I do want you to find that great big belly laugh. I want you to find something to be grateful for, someone to be grateful for. It's nice to be nice to somebody else, and it gets very contagious. It gets very addicting when you're nice to somebody one time and you put a smile on their face. You want to do that more and more and more, and that kindness starts to come out, and you realize that you can affect somebody else's life. Once you make somebody smile, and not by being funny, I mean being real serious. Hey, I love that shirt. Where did you get that from? I never would have paired that outfit together. Some people wear different colors I couldn't wear. And or I feel like I can't wear. And I'm like, hey, I never would have thought to put that together. That looks wonderful. That looks amazing. I have no problem saying that. I have no problem telling somebody, you are just absolutely beautiful. I love it when you smile, because that is kindness. That is what we should do. It's not coveting anybody. It is making someone smile. I am genuinely trying to make someone smile, or I'm hoping that. Sometimes I get weird looks like, you freak. But I just enjoy making people smile, and that makes me feel good. That builds up my confidence somehow, that I can point out something in somebody. I love those shoes. Oh, I love brooches. I am just obsessed with brooches. I love that brooch. That is just awesome. I'm just. Have you ever seen an older person and they don't look their age, but they're walking around and they're owning maybe what a 20-year-old would wear, and they look positively glamorous? I want to be that old person. I've got to lose some weight first, but I want to be that old person. I do. I want to be that old person. I want someone to come up to me and say, hey, you look amazing. And I will one day. I will. I absolutely will. So y'all have a great evening. I hope y'all have a beautiful night, beautiful dreams, sweet dreams. I hope the weather wherever you are is as you desire. I think we're going to have storms here in a little bit. We'll see. So, and I am going to get ready to close in my evening, because it's the end of the day and I can do that. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, I hope. Bye-bye.